Good morning students. Today in this video we will discuss a poem upon Westminster Bridge written by William Wordsworth. By the end of this video you will be able to understand difficult words of the poem and you will be able to explain poem in your own words. Now we will start with the summary of the poem. In this poem, the poet describes the early morning scene of busy and active city London when nobody is on the road. The busy city London seemed to be sleeping before it is awake for a new day. The poet shows his surprise on seeing that the calm beauty of an urban area is as beautiful as nature. That is, beauty of a calm city in the morning can be compared to beauty of nature. Next we are going to read our poem. So open your book Roots and Wings at page number 100. We will now read our poem from book. Before that, you have to divide the poem into 4 stanzas. Your first 3 lines will be stanza 1. Next 4 lines will be stanza 2. Again next 4 lines will be stanza 3. And the last 3 lines will be your stanza 4. Now first, I will read the first stanza. Earth has not anything to show more fear, where fear means just. Dull would he be of soul who could pass by, a sight so touching in its majesty, where sight means seen. In its majesty is a phrase which means apni mahima mein, and majesty means splendor. In these lines, the poet describes what he sees as he stands on Westminster Bridge looking out at the city. He says that there is nothing more fair on earth than the sight he sees, and that anyone who could pass the spot without stopping to look has a dull soul. Now children, you have to write hint, reference to context and explanation on your copies. Now for stanza 1, the hint will be first 2 words and last 2 words of your stanza. Earth has dash 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 its majesty. After then you have to leave a line and write with a pencil reference to context before the margin line, and in reference to context we write name of the poem, poet and the message that the poet wants to convey us. Now I am going to read reference to context. These lines have been taken from the poem Upon Westminster Bridge written by William Wordsworth. In this poem, the poet has written about the charm and beauty of the city of London while he is crossing the Westminster Bridge early in the morning. After writing reference to context, you have to leave a line and then you have to write explanation. Explanation you will write like this, as explanation we have discussed. Now we will read stanza 2. This city now doth like a garment wear, where doth means does, the beauty of the morning, silent, bare. Here bare means revealed. Ships, towers, domes, theatres and temples lie open onto the fields and to the sky. Here onto the fields means kheton mein. In these lines, the poet says that the beauty of the morning lies like a blanket over the silent city. He then lists what he sees in the city and mentions that the city seems to have no pollution and lies open to the fields and the sky. Next we will do hint, reference to context and explanation for stanza 2. First of all, we will write a hint with pencil before the margin line, double underline. Then we will write our hint. This city dash 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 to the sky. Then we have to leave a line and we will write our reference to context. Reference to context will remain same for all the paragraphs. These lines have been taken from the poem Upon Westminster Bridge written by William Wordsworth. In this poem, the poet has written about the charm and beauty of the city of London while he is crossing the Westminster Bridge early in the morning. After writing reference to context, you will leave a line and you will write explanation with pencil before the margin line, and then you will write the explanation as discussed like this. Now we will read stanza 3. All bright and glittering in the smokeless air, where glittering means shining. In the smokeless air means धुएं रहित हवा में. Never did sun more beautifully steep. Here steep means rise. In his first splendor, valley, rock or hill, where splendor means magnificent and beautiful appearance. Here we have used his for sun, and here sun has been personified. Now let's understand what is personified or personification. See here, personification means giving human attribute to non-living things. So here we have compared this sun to a human being. So we have used here his. This his is personification used for sun. In his first splendor, valley, rock or hill, never saw I, never felt a calm so deep. In these lines, the poet says that he has never seen the bustling city covered in morning sunlight so beautifully. He further says that bustle of London city never made him feel so calm and relaxed before. Now we will write hint, reference to context and explanation for stanza 3. First of all, write hint with pencil before the margin line and write down your hint. All bright dash 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 calm so deep. Leave a line, then we will write reference to context. These lines have been taken from the poem Upon Westminster Bridge written by William Wordsworth. In this poem, the poet has written about the charm and beauty of the city of London while he is crossing the Westminster Bridge early in the morning. Our reference to context will remain same for all the stanzas, and after writing reference to context you have to leave a line and then you have to write explanation. Explanation we have already discussed. You have to write explanation like this. I hope you all have understood the poem till here. Now you have to read the poem again and again, as regular reading will help you to memorize text. Thank you.